My name's Ben Hymans. I work at CBRE. CBRE are the world's largest commercial real estate firm. My role at CBRE around responsibility for the platform, supporting our global client care team. I also have responsibility for operations and analytics across the global client care function. My view on deploying new technologies is they either have to make people more efficient or make them more money. And really with Introhive, it serves both purposes. Specifically talking about the making people more money or the business development, really what it helps us identify is in a very simplistic way, the companies we know, the services that we could offer and deploy to those companies and understand where those relationship gaps are. So if we're able to look at an organization and see on average we're only deploying 10 out of 20 potential services, we can drill into that relationship intelligence data and see where we need to plug those gaps, i.e. which parts of the business are not engaged. Because in the real estate world and in other professional services world, everything starts from a relationship. CBRE is obviously a large and complex business, and we really orientate ourselves around four important pillars: lines of business, geographies, sectors, and clients. And part of my role at CBRE is to provide the technology to allow us to get that single view of the customer and ultimately better and more qualified intelligence about those customers, whether they're existing or whether they're potential. So Introhive plays a really key role within that process around helping us to identify the strength of relationship, qualifying where the gaps are and helping us to unearth new opportunities. I always think with technologies like Introhive, the power is in really showing the platform to the business. And really from the get-go, when you run those demos and when you show the technology to people within CBRE, or I'm sure in other organizations as well, they see this, the power is really in the simplicity. It is as simple as looking up a company, looking up a person, and then finding and understanding those relationships off the back of it. Quite often we would put in the diary 1 hour long training sessions, but we'd find within 20 minutes we were surrounded by a group of experts within the room, because it is genuinely that easy and that simple to use. When we went live in the UK 12 months ago, we had around 1,800 users on the platform. And within the space of a year, we've almost doubled that user base. And that's really through word of mouth, through people hearing about the technology, wanting to get on board, wanting to be a part of it, because Introhive works on the premise that the more people you have on, the better the data you have in the platform, the more rich the information is for everybody afterwards. So if we looked at the number of contacts we had within our CRM, we were probably touching 40,000, and that's probably being a bit generous. When we first enabled Introhive to 1,800 people, all of a sudden we'd opened up 600,000 odd contacts across 200,000 companies. So the delta between who we thought our clients and our contacts were versus who we were actually engaging with was massive. An example of a really strong win within Introhive, and this does happen on a daily basis, was a particular sales professional in one of our European markets was prospecting a new investment bank. A very quick search within Introhive unearthed a strong relationship in another market, the Netherlands. So the originating broker was in Germany. The person had a strong relationship was in the Netherlands. A quick email to the senior managing director within the Netherlands office resulted in a warm introduction to the client, resulted in subsequent meetings, a pitch for the work, and a win for CBRE, which was in the region of 1 million euros. So again, when you're looking at the amount that you're paying for the technology, all it takes is really for one win for the technology to pay for itself. We were finding there were lots of people within CBRE who were going out pitching to clients without knowing there was a broader corporate relationship. So again, having Introhive, putting the power in the hands of the business, enables us to remove those obstacles around, I didn't know who to speak to, or I didn't know it was an existing client. So we see lots of examples of that happening daily. That's why it's difficult for me to just say one. It is literally happening daily across the organization. In the world we live in now, it's never more important to get a deep and meaningful understanding of your clients, because fundamentally everybody within real estate provides the same service, can provide the same types of advice to clients, but really what differentiates us, or we would like to differentiate us, is our ability to have that deep understanding with clients, enabling us to build trusted relationships with them afterwards.